So today we're going to be showcasing roast gravy masala in different forms. We've done the wrap, we did roast gravy, chicken yesterday, and today we're going to use it for minced lamb. So join us as we start cooking with minced lamb and our roast gravy masala. So we'll just add a bit of salt, and in goes our potato. So we'll add in some butter when it's still steaming hot, some milk, and some cream, salt, and a dash of pepper, and a bit more of cream. So we want to give it a creamy like texture. As you can see, it's all coming together and it's creamy. There's nothing like adding a little bit more butter. All right. Okay, as you can see, it's done. So in goes your oil, bit of garlic, and I'm going to be throwing in our minced lamb. So we know that minced lamb cooks fairly quickly. So we're just going to, you can add any herbs that you want, which you have at home. I'm just adding some dry basil and some dry parsley. You could have Italian herbs, the mixed herbs, anything that goes with minced lamb. So once it's fairly cooked, we're going to add our roast gravy masala. So I've taken the roast gravy masala. We used half for the wrap, and this is the other half that can be used for weekday dinners made simple. And here I'm using minced lamb, and give that a nice toss. Half the masala paste for the wrap and half the masala paste for our minced lamb. And here we've got about 350 grams of minced lamb. Traditionally, I know we use tomato paste, tomato puree, but we're giving it an Indian touch by using the roast gravy masala, only because we can, and it's simple and it's tasty and flavorful. I'm adding some coriander leaves. Go ahead and sprinkle anything that you have in the fridge. A little bit of curry leaves if you're like me and you love curry leaves and everything. And to top it up, we can always put a little bit of cream. So in just 5 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes, we're done. We got our roast masala minced lamb that's ready, and we're going to transfer that to a baking dish. So now we're going to transfer it into a baking dish. And like in Kerala, we always have tapioca with fish, beef with fish, but here we're having minced lamb, and just like a pie, we're going to add some potato on it. Remember our potatoes that was boiling just now? We've mashed it up with some, when it was hot steaming, with butter, cream, milk, salt, pepper. And now look at the creamy texture. And then give it a nice spread. If you have some Parmesan or mozzarella in the fridge, take the cheese and sprinkle it on top. But if you're like me and we realize that we ran out of cheese and we need to substitute with anything else that we have in the fridge, then there would most likely be the square cheese, the soft cheese that we normally use for burgers. So we're just going to improvise and just spread some cheese all over, just so that it's gooey, it's yummy coming out of the oven. So we're going to put that in the oven for a good 5 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes at 180 to 200 degrees. And so let's go. minced lamb fresh from the oven. Weekday dinners made simple. Now, can you see that? Yum. Now, if you have some garlic bread or if you have some rotis, so now it's time to taste. This works perfectly. The roast gravy masala, simple, gives it a bit of kick, and it's comforting because it's together with mashed potato, which is creamy. I think that's the perfect dinner. Weekday dinner made simple, 15 minutes. You got to try this with our roast gravy masala.